Hello everybody, I'm Gosia from Cosmic AGC and this is a new update on our Taygetan contact. Yes, so I haven't come out speaking about anything in particular for the last 2 weeks, and the reason for that is because we actually haven't had the contact for the last 2 weeks with anybody. This is the first time, or the second time it happened that we haven't been in touch with anybody. The first time it happened, we lost contact for 4 months. It happens, they are extraterrestrials, they have things to do, nothing to worry about, but this is the second time that we haven't heard from them in a while. They usually always stay in touch, they say something. We have dates when we meet and they appear online at specific hours and dates. And we had the communication planned with Nayastay on Wednesday 2 weeks ago, and she hasn't appeared. She wasn't online, disappeared. Also Rachel, the one who talked with Eisenhower, she communicated with Robert and told him that she's open for contact again. We responded, we told her yes, anytime you want, and since then we don't have any response. So that's why I haven't done any updates video, because we have been waiting to hear from them and we haven't heard from them yet. I am very curious. I'm not worried. We don't have any expectations ever. We appreciate every time we are with them. They don't have any obligation to talk with us. Every minute with them is greatly appreciated, and I always take it as the possibly last one. So no problem. No problem. I still have a lot more information to share with you, a lot more. So this will continue. But I am very curious as to what's happening. I know that the situation in these last months and the upcoming months is very intense. There is a lot of talk about the economic reset and all kinds of situations. So I'm very curious. I'm very curious. I would love to know what's happening and what happened. It had to be something serious and big enough for them not to be able to say a word. So I am curious. Okay, so I will tell you as soon as I know anything. Now, I still have a lot more topics to share with you, a lot of chats and a lot of articles that Swaruu wrote, very important articles. Some of them intensely deep and metaphysical and very important. In the meantime, I'm also going through the past conversations that I had with Swaruu and with other Taygetans, and I wanted to share with you one of the conversations that we had about 2-3 months ago with the Taygetan lady called Muna. Now let me tell you who Muna is. So Muna is an equivalent, only equivalent, because they don't have the roles as we have here on planet Earth. So she's an equivalent of our president. She's equivalent of the president of Taygeta. She's the central head, chef, head, director, manager, I don't know how to call that, because there is no equivalent of the whole Taygeta system. And why did we talk to her? Because this was at the time, around the time when Swaruu started to share a lot of important information. She shared the article about the free energy, and the word got out across the Pleiades and all the way to their home system that that the information is being given to the Earth, and there is this direct communication happening between Earth and Taygetans. So she had to come to assess, evaluate, and inspect, so to say, the situation, and whether no laws, no cosmic regulations are being broken, no protocols of contact are being broken. So they set up a meeting with us. Muna was present, the head of Taygeta. Rachel, the one who talks to Eisenhower. She's the one who has been here since the beginning, 1952, a very important one too. Also Asket, you can say a military leader of Taygetan forces, and Aneka was present too, to assist. So it was a very important meeting, and thanks to this meeting, it was decided that no cosmic law was broken, and we were granted the authority, the permission to continue communicating with them, so to speak. But I want to share with you a part of the conversation that we had with her. It was in Spanish. I will translate in English. And when I reread it recently, it really touched me, because I just realized the importance of this communication. I mean, some people might say it's not real, it's not true, it's fake or whatever. It is real. It is real. It's not our invention. We are not lying. This is real. And even, okay, imagine it's not real. Well, it's not real. But if it is real, and they say who they say they are, and they are, well, then the magnitude of this communication and this contact that they have had with the Earth through our channels is really very important. So Rachel is saying, I will translate. Words of Rachel. Yes, because I asked, why are you participating in this communication? What are you doing exactly with this communication? And she says, one of the reasons is to prepare. It's to prepare you, the humans, for the transition to the 5D, and also to prepare you for our arrival. And that is, if it is decided that it is convenient. It's not decided yet that they will be arriving. It's just something in the possible scenarios. Okay? But this communication, analysis of the reactions to the communication, is all part of the preparation for the transition to the 5D and for their possible arrival. And then Muna says, as Rachel said, you are making history. Never before a contact between us and the humanity has been given in such an open and direct manner. From a lot of points of views, the message that you both have been giving through Swaruu already exceeds the one given by the other contactees that have been in contact with us, at least in the 20th and 21st century. Rachel continues, yes, it exceeds what other races have accomplished, and by far. However, note something, that the same dynamic of the matrix has caused this information, this message, to fall on doubts and skepticism, so that the message in the end reaches the few. And here she is mostly referring to the Spanish audience, because there is a lot of reception, but there is a lot of skepticism in the Spanish world. But yes, and here Rachel continues, yes, the volume of information exceeds the information given by Billy Mayer and the others. The problem also here is that all the others, by majority, have been contacts through channeling. She's talking about the direct information. So this is, for me, this is, when I was reading it, it really touched me. It moved me, because I just have been reminded again of the importance and the magnitude of this contact and the information. I mean, ask it, the military leader of Taygetan, Rachel, the one who has been in contact with Eisenhower, ask it also the one who has contacted Billy Mayer, Muna, the leader of Taygetan, and in their own words, never before such a direct contact and open contact has been initiated with the human race. This is crazy. By the way, we are not the only ones they have been talking to. I have mentioned this before. It's very important, because some people say in the Spanish world, oh wow, yes, right, the extraterrestrials are looking for the YouTubers. It doesn't work this way, actually. They have been in contact since 2008 with thousands of people. Just that none of them really shares the information. They are simple, I'm a simple person too, but simple in a way that they don't want their lives changed. They're living their simple lives, they're receiving the information, and that's where it stays. In the moment when I had this conversation with them, with Muna and Asket, with me and Robert, they were in contact with 2,500 active contacts. Asket is saying, in this moment we have 2,500 active contacts. And those that we talk to daily, less than 400. Russia is a big country, and then Latin America. And then I ask, how many of them share the information? Do they have websites, channels, articles, blogs? I was curious. And she says, Asket says, no, only you. I say, why don't they share the information? Asket responds, because they are simple people with simple lives, and they don't want to change their life with strange things. We have made a great effort in order to have contacts that could share the information, and we haven't reached that yet until we met you. It's not easy to find the right people. I know there are a lot of interested people, but in the end there is no mechanism to reach the people and people reaching us. We have put out the information and information of contact in different places such as G+, social networks, but we have been taken as false, as a play. But today, thanks to you, people can see that and can validate us as something real, and we have been taken as something serious, finally. Because until now, we were only a solitary post in a G+, where no one took us seriously. There have been no mechanism of validation of contact. So this is real. It's happening, and I'm very glad that the few of you so far in the English world that have been watching this, that you can be a part of this. The information is really empowering, is really highly spiritual, is very important. It's important for us all at this important moment of transition. It's giving a lot of keys to take our lives into a different level and to confront the changes with a different spirit and different attitude, with the attitude of the 5D being that we are. We are not the 3D people here on earth, lost and trapped victims. We are powerful 5D and beyond star beings, and we are here to aid with the transition and with the transformation. And I'm very happy that you can be with me on this journey. I would love to have Robert with me, because in my Spanish world I have Robert with me, my friend, the companion, but he doesn't speak in English, so I have to do this on my own, which is okay. And I hope you can continue to watch the videos, because a lot more is coming. A lot more is coming. I'll be making a video about one of the articles. One of my favorite articles is about stellar navigation, where Swaruu explains exactly how the ships navigate, what they use to navigate, and how they navigate through time. Yes, time travel will be explained, and how they use the frequency. Everything is based on the frequency, and the ship itself actually transports itself using the frequency. It doesn't actually travel anywhere. It's not about speed, it's about shifting into a different frequency and appearing in a different point in space, which is just an illusion, point in space and time, based on a shift of the adequate frequency. So all this will be explained in the article Stellar Navigation, and more is coming. So thank you for being with me, and until next time. Bye bye.